สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดียามบ่ายนะคะสบายดีนะคะค่ะยินดีต้อนรับสู่งานสัมมนา Stanstead College ค่ะสถาบันชื่อดังจากประเทศแคนาดาเหมาะสำหรับน้องๆเกรด7ถึงเกรด12นะคะ Hi Patrick welcome to Thailand
Hi, Pauline. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much so let's get started thank you
Okay, so I will go through a small presentation today. Excuse me. I will try to keep this to about 20 minutes, but I'll go through a lot of the school, what the student body looks like, what boarding looks like, what the day-to-day is like. And I'll just say next when I want you to switch the slide, okay? Okay. So, yep, as Pauline said, my name is Patrick Fraser. I'm the admissions director at Stanstead College. You can go to the next slide. So, first of all, where we are located, about an hour and a half southeast of Montreal, right along the U.S. border, is the town of Stanstead. We're right at the heart of the community. It is a very special part of Canada in the sense that it is just beautiful, four seasons. When people hear about Quebec, of course, one of the first things they think of is French. We're actually an English school there, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about how that works throughout the presentation. But right on the U.S. border, an hour and a half southeast of Montreal. Next. So our school was founded over 150 years ago. Sorry, I'm trying to see the screen. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we've been around for a very, very long time. It's one of Canada's oldest, most well-renowned boarding schools. Our youngest students are grade 7. We go all the way through to grade 12. We have boarding at all levels. There is no specific age in which kids have to join the school. We do accept qualified students at all grade levels whenever they and their family is ready. But the youngest are grade 7, the oldest are grade 12. It is a co-ed school. And sorry, I'm just trying to squint and see the thing there. Yeah, that's better. It is an English school. We do there for international students. Really, if they are interested in the French language, there are opportunities for them to really enhance those skills. But I always tell international students at first there really is no need to have any previous experience with the language to come to Stanstead and succeed. I'm just going to say next, Pauline. I'm really going off of memory here for the PowerPoint because it's a bit small in my window. But I'll talk a bit about the student body on a year-to-year basis. So each year we host just over 300 students. It's a very, very special mix of kids at our school for a few reasons. First of all, is the fact that we always stick to a ratio where we're always 2/3, maybe 70% Canadians and Americans, and then the international group makes up the other 1/3. They're represented by 22 different countries this year. We usually have between 20 to 25 different countries represented on the campus. We are an even split 50-50 boys, girls. We're right on the nose this year. And a really important part about Stanstead, I think that it's a question that families really do need to ask as they look at schools. What's the percentage of boarders like? We are a true boarding school in the sense that about 3/4, sometimes up to 80% of our kids are full-time 7-day boarders. That means that the Canadian kids that your son or daughter will become friends with are living right on campus. Their social life is on campus. On the weekends, there's always a lot going on, and they're around their classmates in the evenings and on the weekends. The class sizes are small. The student-teacher ratio is quite good, and over half, 60% of the teachers actually live right on the campus, either in the dorms or on detached housing on the campus. So it really is a community feel 7 days a week at Stanstead. Next. So the academic program, again, is very, very well renowned. I'm going to get into the university placement and that side of things in future slides. But what I'll say here is that we run the provincial Quebec Ministry of Education curriculum. We supplement that with advanced placement. We are accredited by CIIS, by NEASC, top accrediting institutions in North America. The Stanstead diploma is very, very well respected and regarded. Our university list each year is very impressive, and 100% of the kids are having a lot of good options when they finish up. And again, we'll look specifically about where they're going on the next few slides. So a common question that international families ask is about the calendar year as a whole and how this looks. We operate on a typical Canadian school calendar where students start in September and we go all the way through until June. So it's a 10-month school year. The first day of school is typically right after the Labor Day holiday in Canada. So that's like September 5th, 6th, around there. The first day of school is only new students. So it's something that the international families, especially first-time students, really appreciate, is that they come first. They're with all other new students. The friend groups are not set yet. Everybody that's there on the first couple days are in the same position as being brand new. So we work with them first before the returning students arrive. There are 2 long breaks throughout the year, one at Christmas and one in March. These are 2.5 weeks long, ample time for the international students to return home, rest up, spend some time with their families before returning. And throughout the year, we also have 4 short breaks, which you can see the visuals of on the screen there. What's special about Stanstead is we run school supervised, school sponsored trips on these breaks. They're 5 days long. They go over weekends. So it's not enough time necessarily for a kid to, return to Thailand or somewhere far away. But what they can do instead is go on one of these trips. In October, we go to Toronto, Niagara Falls. November is New York City. February is at a ski and water park resort in Vermont. And then May is to Disney World. The cost of these are very affordable. We get good group rates. The schedule is all set. It's very fun. It's one of the highlights of the international student experience there. If the kids don't want to go on these trips, though, we can make alternative arrangements for them. But that's what a calendar year as a whole looks like, September to June. Next. Yeah, now I'm on to the college counseling bit. So, of course, our reason for existing is, we want to prepare and place kids in great universities. It's a university prep school at the core. So in grade 10, that's really when the guidance process starts for our students. In grade 10, we're going to have a number of universities come in and speak to the students directly. The students are going to start working with the counseling team, identifying their strengths, identifying what programs they want to possibly pursue at post-secondary. They'll look at their grades, they'll see where they're competitive, where's a reach, where's a safe pick. But that really goes through grade 10, 11, and 12. And then each year, we're really proud of the final placements when they become available. So go to the next slide there. I would say out of a grad class of typically about 70 students in grade 12, probably about 2/3 of them are staying in Canada. So of the list that you see up there, this is a pretty standard list from year to year. Toronto area, Montreal area, these are probably the most popular destinations for the kids. McGill, Concordia, UT, some of the other Ontario universities, Queen's, Waterloo, these are represented there every year, and usually it's more than one student that's going. But again, some kids want to go to the East Coast, some want to go to the West Coast, and the guidance team really works with them to have them have a good range of options. Each year, about 1/3 of the students will study in the US, and then a handful may do something else, Europe, England, something like that. So the US list is on the next slide. Applying for US schools is slightly different. But again, our counseling team is really, really well versed in how to help the international kids prepare for their standardized tests, their interviews, different things that they'll need to go to great US universities. So again, this is about 20 kids a year that choose that path. In my experience, I've been there for 14 years. I've seen Thai kids stay in Canada. I've seen them go to the US. It really is, it's really up to them and their families which path they want to take. Next. Typical day at a boarding school is very structured. We keep the kids busy, and throughout the days add up and add up and add up. And then at the end of it, all the things that they do throughout a normal day, they compound, and they have a great, profile for when they are submitting their college applications. So a typical day will begin at about 6:30 or 7 in the morning before school. The kids have to clean their room, go have breakfast, get their uniform on. It's a full academic day with a break in the morning, a lunch break, of course. After school, every day, Monday through Friday, the kids will be involved in sport and club activities. I will get into those as we proceed. The time between end of sports and studies, when they have their dinner and a little bit of free time, but 2 hours a night of study is standard Mondays through Thursday nights. Next. So in this section, I'm going to talk a bit about the club activities first, and then I'll kind of proceed into residence life and sports. So you can go to the next slide. And what I'll say about the clubs are every teacher at the school runs a club. So that means that there's a good variety of choices each year for the students to choose from. We have clubs that are offered every single year, from community service to debating to chess to cooking, to highly academic to more fun clubs. But each student, suffice it to say, has to choose a club. International students can choose something that they're already good at, what they enjoy, or they can try something entirely new and develop a new skill. And the idea, again, is after 3 or 4 years of this, you've got a bunch of cool things to put on your college resumes. You can go to the next slide. This is where I'll talk about the layout of campus. This is really easy to find online on our website. You can take a virtual tour. You can look at a campus map. But in short, one of the reasons why families love boarding is because there's no bus, there's no cars. Like you study, you sleep, you eat, and you play all in one common area and in one common community. This includes like student center. This includes a wellness center. We have 2 full-time nurses on campus, school counselor. Like everything that students need to succeed and live good lives is right there for them. Go to the next slide, please. The way that we structure the residences at Stanstead is very special. We don't do homestay programs, so all the international kids live in the dorms with the Canadian and American boarders. We have 5 dorms on campus. They are divided by age and gender. 2 of the dormitories were built in the last 5 years, so oftentimes the facilities are like state of the art. It's 2 students per room, with the exception of the junior boys, which there are 3 per room there, and the rooms are a little bit bigger. I would say the easiest way to get a sense of what the dorms look like, depending on your son or daughter and their point of entry, is to go to the website or the YouTube channel, and we have short videos of each dorm available, so you can go in and see what a room looks like. But the rules are clear. You know, the kids know what they have to do. They learn time management. They learn how to. They meet kids from all kinds of other cultures in the dorms. It's really a great experience, and one that again I've seen a lot of kids go through in my time at the school as the admissions director and as a house director. There's 24-hour supervision in the dorms. There's always someone there for the kids, but a lot of structure and really we're experts in what we do there. Next. So athletics is a really integral part of the Stanstead experience as well. Our school motto is health, wisdom, integrity. Health is something we take very seriously. The cafeteria and the meals mirror this, right? Like again, on the website, you can see what a weekly cafeteria menu looks like. There's a lot of variety. It's a lot of healthy options, a lot of fresh local options. But sports is a big part of that as well. We want the kids to have physical activity basically every day. Every student at the school has to choose a sport all 3 terms, so fall, winter, spring. There are always, there's about 6 or 7 choices available each term. Some are team sports, competitive options where we'll play other schools. Others are more recreational, but healthy body, healthy mind is part of the Stanstead experience. Next. The facilities, again, are top notch. You can see them online through our website and through the YouTube channel. The only 2 sports we offer that don't have facilities right on campus are the swimming program and the golf program, but these are both right nearby. So the swimming program takes place about 15 minutes away, and the golf course is about 5 minutes up the road. So everything else, though, is right there on the campus for the kids. Next. The program that I think probably puts Stanstead on the map internationally a lot of the times is the hockey program. So this may be useful for some of the students that are watching this. If not, I'll go over it pretty quickly. But we have 6 hockey teams at Stanstead each year, 4 boys, 2 girls. They are chosen by a combination of age and skill. We have Thai students who are a part of this program. And if you are applying to Stanstead and you do play hockey, know that you're getting top quality coaching. You're getting top quality development. And as part of your application, we're going to want to either see you in person or get a sense of you as a player through video. And, before you make your final decision, you'll be in touch with someone from our hockey staff who will kind of outline what team you'll be on in year one and what your path moving forward might look like. You can go to the next slide there. And actually, maybe you can, that's just about the arena itself and the facilities we have. But on the next slide, I mean, a lot of the students are going to want to pursue their passion for their sport at the next level. So, suffice to say, we can't make every player who comes into our school into an NHLer, but we can work with them to try to find them a home post Stanstead. We have a lot of alums who have gone on to play professionally. We've had many, many more who have gone on to play at the collegiate level. And who have played for their national programs and things like this. But the support is there for young students who are passionate about hockey to develop, get better, get a good education, and pursue their dream at the next level. So next slide. I'm right on time here again. Perfect. I'll close by basically showing a couple testimonials from kids who have graduated from us recently. And I will say that while I'm in Thailand this time, I had an alumni reunion last night with several young men and young women who have come through our school. And one of the things they often tell me is that, like, how happy and how excited they are to connect with prospective families, prospective Thai families. They always really want to just share their experiences and address the questions that families have, in their native language and in a way that they can really gain some insight from someone other than me, the admissions director, right? So I'm always willing to put families in touch with willing alumni to chat with. And of course, Pacific Premier, Pawinen, and Parinda are people that I've worked with now for 14 years. And again, I would say that we have a really good friendship at this point. We know each other. We trust each other. They've had a lot of good students come through our program. And that would probably be your first point of contact here in Thailand. If you're interested in Stanstead, they will kind of work with me to facilitate interview or informational session with someone from my team. They also can provide their years of expertise in terms of study permits, these kind of things, logistics. But there's a lot of support and there's a lot of people that are willing to talk to you about your different study abroad options. I really hope that you enjoyed hearing about Stanstead today. I hope to talk to some of you and meet some of you in person. Thank you very much for attending. Khop Kun Kap.
Thank you very much for the presentation ค่ะสำหรับผู้ปกครองและน้องๆท่านไหนนะคะที่สนใจรับข้อมูลเพิ่มเติมค่ะสามารถติดต่อมาได้ที่ 0856587000 ค่ะ Line @Pacific Premier ค่ะยินดีแล้วก็พร้อมบริการทุกท่านนะคะแล้วพบกันค่ะ See you in Canada, Patrick. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.